Um, hang on.
Okay, are we ready?
I think I am.
Okay, I guess this is it.
Welcome everyone to the KATUAH Market Cafe. We are proud tonight to present A Letter to Father by Bob Whittemore.
See you record, and it pleases me. Your horror is my joy. Your fear, my aphrodisiac. I have tried to hide, but again, you have found me. You have come to see the monster. Behold! Unlike the circus freak, there is no charge to gaze upon my hideous features. No admission to stare at my grotesque deformities. Tell me, did you bring the good doctor with you? I have just composed a letter for him. I'm sure he's not far behind. And my letter will give him ultimatum. Allow me to share with you its unsavory contents. To Dr. Victor Frankenstein, creator, I trust you are faring well and enjoying our game of hide and seek. As usual, by the time you read this, I shall be leagues ahead of you. It has been 2 years now since you gifted me with reanimation. Have you not been at least curious, Frankenstein, as to my whereabouts or welfare? You may be surprised that I'm literate. Indeed. Perhaps at times even articulate. I am intelligent, Frankenstein, and a quick and eager student. On the night of my beginning, I knew nothing. Vision, sound, all the senses were new to me. As I became more aware, you were the first person I beheld, but you were no comfort to me. You fled from me, appalled and disgusted. You, who would dare to assume powers reserved to God or nature, are guilty of abandonment. Why would you not care for that which you so carefully gave life? Where, Creator, was my Eden? Where was my opportunity for a good and peaceful life? I was like a child, wandering, helpless. I was frightened, I was weeping, cold, hungry, and absolutely alone. Eventually, I learned to seek shelter, to maintain a fire, and to forage for food. Later, when I met other humans, their reaction to me was terror and violence. Believe me, Frankenstein, I was not always a monster. I was born with a benevolent heart. And I wanted to be accepted, to belong to someone, to be loved. I could not understand why, when I would come near, I should cause fear and be beaten and dog-bitten as my reward. Then one day, I saw myself, reflection in cool water, and I myself was afraid. I searched in vain for others of my kind. I know now there are no others like me. What am I, Frankenstein? Am I a man or a mockery of a man? Am I a human or a living selection of pretty corpses? Am I a breathing, feeling, sentient being? Or just an irresponsible science experiment that has gone terribly and irreversibly wrong? I could destroy myself, but life is precious to me, Frankenstein, even as an abomination. I have now declared all of humanity my mortal enemies. I will no longer suffer their violence and persecution. They have molded my heart into a monster, a perfect match for my abhorrent face. I have become the fiend the world has accused me of. You must know by now, Frankenstein, that I am responsible for the death of your brother William and your friend Justine. The misery, death, and agony are only beginning for you, your family, and indeed the entire populace if you do not follow the demand that I shall now make. I am a horrid, unloved wretch with no one to keep me company. I demand that you shall create for me a mate. This you owe me. She need not be beautiful, and indeed doubtful that she would be, considering your prior handiwork. It is not required that she be particularly intelligent. Perhaps an easier existence for her if she is not too aware. However, she will be mine. You will do this for me, Frankenstein. In turn, I avow on whatever is remaining that you may consider holy, that the female and I will go and live in the uninhabited frozen wastelands of the great north. There we shall dwell in peace and have no longer any contact with human beings. This I swear. I believe this dictate to be just and agreeable. I shall follow you in your progress, Frankenstein. When she is complete, I will come and claim my bride, and you shall have your days of tranquility. Make swift this debt to me, Frankenstein, for if you do not, I will commence a campaign of agony, death, and destruction such as the world has never known. Be well then, Victor, and remember, I shall be watching. Your son, the monster,